Sha Tin Trophy Day coming up. Funnily enough, at Sha Tin on Sunday with a 10-race program. Paul Lally here with all of the selections for the meeting. And an earlier start time too of the opening race, 12:45. The simulcast race coming in from Japan. In the first got Ragnar, last start winner, extra £5. Celestial Harmony coming back in. Trip Tune One Glory won last time, carries an extra £9. Shine Bright, visor off. Verbier, visor off. Blinkers go back on. Both Lucky Blessing and Run Yes Run step up in trip. The Concentrations won off a rating of 32, and it's a wider draw for Car Ying Power with Double Show having a visor going back on. Now, the speed map here, Paul, from the start at the 1400 is a joint lead of Lucky Blessing and Verbier.
Yeah, plenty of speed in this race. Lucky Blessing's led his last couple, drawn low. Verbier, blinkers on, likes to go forward. Shun One Glory led last time, but look, there is pace underneath him. He might just have to work to get across. Shine Bright's gone forward in the past, Double Show likewise. Run Yes Run. Celestial Harmony will get his chance. Riding High, now he's another one that used to race on the pace, but they rode him back last time and it was a good run. From 13, I think they'll try and go back with him.
Ragnar broke through last time. It had been a while coming, his first victory, but this is how he had recorded it on the 1st of October. That's him in the red and black colours, Paul. Riding High, Lucky Blessing. And then the Concentration makes some late ground in this race too. Yeah,
in the orange side, quite like him in this race. He's won a couple of times off higher ratings before. His work leading into this race had been very good, and you can see him coming down the outside, finishing off there as well. I mean, Ragnar, he's got to go in again. I think he's taken him a while to win a race, but how often have we seen these horses go back to back? And Riding High, the horse racing in third place there, even though he's drawn wide, patience might be the key with him.
Tune One Glory was able to steal it from the front last time over the 1400 metres. Gets the claim again for Brittany Wong. However, his second up record is nowhere near as good as what the first up record is.
And he got an easy lead here. He's got pace underneath him, Verbier and with Lucky Blessing. So from a wide draw, he did manage to get across. He's drawn similar here in barrier number 11. I don't think he'll get across. As you say, the second up record isn't as good. So even though he absolutely bolted in this one, I can see a totally different run for him. And he did go up 9 rating points for this as well. So, look, I was happy to watch him second up.
Yeah, a lot harder for Tune One Glory on the back of that victory. One more to look at. It's Viva Chaleur, who ran third here over the 1650 metres. This was the first run for the new stable. He was heavily backed into favouritism. Follows Yoda Choice for home here. He was given every chance, but in the end, notched up another placing.
Yeah, look, he's back from the 1650 to the 1400. He's got a wide draw barrier 10. He's a 31 start maiden and hasn't run first or second in those 31 starts. He's looked good on Tom's where he's got back and he's run on, but I just question his desire.
All right, that is him being even outstretched for second there by Night Pura Sangway. Selections for the first.
Going to go with the 11, the Concentration. He's a well-rated horse, this one. He's won a couple of races of higher ratings. Riding High, rode him back last time. Seemed to work for him. With Hugh Bowman on the board, he's a very patient rider. Ragnar in there. And Celestial Harmony had trialled really well before his debut run this season. He'll strip fitter for that, so I didn't want to completely leave him out. 11, 3, 1, 2.
Jerry Chow, fresh off winning the first race at Happy Valley on Wednesday night as Paul's selections to win the first race at Sha Tin on Sunday. Race number 2, straight racing over the 1,000 metres, Class 4 event it is. And this is the field with Flowing Riches at the top. Last start winner, extra £5. Giant Balloon has had 4 trials. Prestige Hall has had 3 prior to his resumption. Robot Lucky Star won his last one impressively. First starters, Sight Hermoso, Sky Phoenix and The Promise. Straight to Glory is now with Michael Chang. Enjoy Golf has placed 3 from 4 course and distance. Magic Cosmos has the blinkers going on for the first time. So a number of first-timers here, Paul. Whereabouts are they going to be on the speed map? No lead for the newcomers?
No, look, Sky Phoenix I think would probably be the closest to them. He's showing a bit of pace in his his trials. But Straight to Glory, who did race last season, he was always up on the pace. Robot Lucky Star and his only run was close up. Enjoy Golf's drawn the inside. He's going to have to come across from that wide draw. Prestige Hall's gone back. Little Monster, another one that came from well back when running 4th at his last start.
And here is Little Monster in the first replay. Flowing Riches wins. The horse in the green is Mr. Desira, who's won at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. And There's little Monster Paul in those pink sleeves, and the further they go, the better he does look.
Yeah, so stepping up, or staying at 1,000 metres, he's just got an inside draw, which is a little bit tricky. But look, he definitely finished off this race. He's going to go in the numbers. I'm going to put the winner in as well, Flowing Riches. He's only up £5 for this win as well. And so both these two horses, I think, are legitimate chances, good chances.
California Blitz headlines our second replay. Same to you, couldn't do what he did the start prior, where he launched from the back and flew down the outside. They're both coming back to the 1,000 metres from this 1,200 metre race. California Blitz has been racing very consistently. How about over 1,000 though?
Yeah, that's the big query, isn't he? He's got barrier 6 as well, has California Blitz. He's a stablemate to Little Monster. And same to you, again, he's getting up in the ratings a little bit. I mean, he's going to get back. I think he was a little bit close in this race. He normally races best when he goes back. So, look, I didn't get either one in.
And that's California Blitz. Of the two, out of that race, the closest to the winner at the finish. Now, a trial from Robot Lucky Star, who is leading up here. Didn't carry much weight this morning because Brittany Wong was on board, so it would have been a very light weight on his back. He's had 3 trials. Zach Purton's going to take the ride, and Manfred Mann is his trainer. Yeah,
look, it was a very good debut last season for him. He ran third at 4.7, so there was plenty of support suggests that he was going to run well. Now, Zach did ride him last season. Look, she eased up on him in this particular race. He's got to come back to 1,000, but again, this is a Happy Valley, so the trial would have been good leading into his debut run. I think he's the one to beat.
And there you go, from the Happy Valley trial to the top of the graphics page.
Yeah, he's on top. Robot Lucky Star. I think he's got a win in him very closely, and his debut run was very good behind Amazing Galaxy. Straight to Glory, he's had a season under his belt now, and he should be right on the pace. Little Monster will get back run on, and Flowing Riches the last start winner. 5-9-3-1.
Zach Purton, man for man, the combo with Robot Lucky Star to win first up in race number 2 for Paul. And the third race now at Sha Tin on Sunday is shaping as this. It is a Class 4 and it's over 1,800 metres, so the distance race of the day. Sharp and Bright down in class and up in trip. Wide draw again for Packing Hurricane. Charity Together has the blinkers coming off. Forever Folks, extra £8 on his win 2 starts ago at Happy Valley. Ocean Impact goes up in distance. Mission Strike has the tongue tie going on, and Star Bros wears blinkers for the first time. Paul, from that beautiful start at the end of the back straights.
So a big run to the first bend. A lot of the horses in this race, though, do like to go back. So it's not going to be running an overly quick race. Special Hedge is one of the ones that does like to go forward. Firefoot can get himself into a nice position. Beauty Viva has been racing consistently. Packing Hurricane, another one that can go forward in his races. The ones at the 9 at the back there, they generally all do go back.
A lot of these have raced against each other in recent times, including Beauty Viva running second here. A double win makes ground from the back. He's not normally too far away. And outside of this pair, there's quite a few others, as you can see, pointed by the arrows. Beauty Viva the best of this replay, Paul?
Yeah, he was favourite this day. There was a lot of money for Beauty Viva to suggest he was going to run extremely well, and he did. He sort of got down the outside. He just grinds away here, doesn't he? But he's by Ifraj. He's got Zach Purton aboard. He's got an inside barrier, and he wasn't beaten too far at all. So, yeah, I can see him going one better in this race.
That's a good result as far as Beauty Viva likers go, with the Paul giving him a shout. Ocean Impact ends up running 5th. Now, he did save every bit of ground by getting through on the inside here. 1,400 to the 1,800. He's pushed along, but is the step up in trip the key?
Yeah, it is, because, look, he's by Embellish, which is absolutely ideal. His best run is a second here in Hong Kong over the 1,650. He stepped up to the 1,800 metres once and ran a close-up third behind Kingly Demeanour. This was too short for him, but, look, he was making eye-catching ground on the inside in those yellow colours, so he's definitely a big chance.
And our final replay has Beauty Viva in it once again in charming conditions. Special Hedge runs 4th. Brenton Abdallah just too crafty from the front this day and rated good perfectly in this weather and held on. Special Hedge runs 4th. Beauty Viva, Mission Strike, Star Bros and Illuminous. We know Beauty Viva's going in. Any of the others?
Yeah, look, Special Hedge, I thought he stayed on nicely, and he didn't look like he was really copping the ground. The other one that was way out the back is Starbros. He's got blinkers on for the first time, and he definitely didn't cop the track. So that's a complete forgive for him. You just have to wonder how this form's going to stack up the way that we don't normally get tracks like this.
No, we do not. We shouldn't have a track anything like that come Sunday with the weather forecast. So your top 4 selections.
Yeah, going to go with the Ocean Impact on top, stepping up to the 1,400 metres looks ideal. Beauty Viva will be the biggest danger. A Special Hedge, he can lead with Lyle Hewitson aboard, and they don't chase too hard in this grade. And Starbros with blinkers on for the first time. 8, 3, 11 and 12.
There's race number 3 all done, the first leg of the early treble. There is the race number 4 logo on screen now, and here's the race number 4 details appearing. It is a Class 4 over the 1,400 metres. Fun Together has a terrific second up record. Wider draw for Raging Rapids. Super Love can't draw a gate either. The Golden Knight steps up from the 12 to the 1,400 metres. The Auspicious racing consistently. Carry On Smiling's trialled well since his last run. Blazing Beam, 2 trials as he resumes, and Rattan Galaxy raced wide last time. Comes up with a kind at barrier number 6, Paul. Fun Together from the 3. He went forward from barrier 10 last time, got left wide. That shouldn't happen this week.
Not from 3. A Romantic Party can go forward again. There's not an abundance of speed in this race. Autumn Vibes went forward at his last start. Lucky Man can go forward but drawn wide, so there's a little bit of a query there. Horses like the Auspicious gets back. The Golden Knight has only had 2 starts. And Weekend Party was tailed off last time, but actually beat half the field home.
It was a really good run, was Weekend Party, but we are going to start with the likely leader in the race, and here he is. He's 4 wide turning for home, Fun Together, and he stays on and runs 4th. First up, he was entitled to finish a lot further back than what he did.
Yeah, exactly, and he has won twice second up in the past as well. So he's normally fitter for a run, and look, he was, as you say, he was a really tough run from him. And he was still there at the business end. So, look, he's a horse that he's got to carry the big weight. He gets a small claim with Jerry Chow aboard, but he's a very honest horse.
And considering his first up record's pretty average, he's done a super job to do what he did there in that previous race. Autumn Vibes is in our second replay, in fact our third, because the Auspicious is coming up first. He's racing well too, always running on, picking up placings. He's placed his last 4. Have you got him in for a place this week?
I've actually got him in to win. I think he can go one better because, look, they didn't go quick in this race, and you could see him making up some really good ground late. He drew an outside gate here of barrier 12, comes in at 3 places to barrier number 9, and Lucky Sam Gore, he'll be one of the favourites in a better race later in the card. And you can see he just about got up there for second behind Blazing Wukong, another one racing later on.
He is indeed. Now here is the replay for Autumn Vibes, and you can see this 3 up front. If we roll the tape and zoom out, there's the rest of the field chasing. So they had a leg on them, the 3 up at the pointy. And Aurora Patch eventually wins the race, and he's going to have to just do it from a wide draw, Autumn Vibes, this week, though.
Yeah, but there's not much pace in the race, and he went forward last time. He's definitely getting there, Autumn Vibes. He was doing a lot of things wrong last season. He missed the start a couple of times. Zach Purden will stick with him as well. I think he'll put him right on the pace, and he'll get his opportunity once again.
And that is Autumn Vibes. So it sounds like he's going to be in the selections, but a deserved win for the Auspicious.
Yeah, I think he's a very consistent horse, the Auspicious. And look, his sectionals were good last start. He's on top to beat Autumn Vibes by the Autumn Sun. The Golden Knight, now he's only had 2 starts and his trial was good leading into it. And Weekend Party, look, he's got issues, this horse. He's a 6-year-old with only 2 starts, so that tells a story within itself. But they've persevered with him, and there's obviously plenty of ability there, and he just needs to put it all together. 8, 9, 6 and 2.
The Auspicious for Paul to break through for his second career win and win the first leg of the Triple Trio. Now we look to race number 5. Smart Horse at the top of the book despite being beaten last time. It's Class 4 over the 1,400, and that Smart Horse is Blazing Wukong. Top weight again, Tongue Tie goes on. Victory Champions had 2 starts. Aero Invincibles won second up. Lucky Sam Gore Not quite as well in at the weights against Blazing Wukong after beating him last time, extra £7 on his back. Better draw Strange Alert, wider draw Audacious Pursuit. Come Fast Feifei has the shadow roll going on. Gorgor's had 3 trials and Colourful Winner has placed 3 from 4, course and distance. But he does have early pace, Paul, and a lightweight too, Colourful Winner.
Yeah, look, and he's finally got a really good draw, so I think he could take full advantage of that. Come Fast Feifei's got pace. Era Invincible over the 1400 metres likes to go forward. Blazing Wukong, I think he'll eventually get across if he does go forward. There is a bit of a run to that first bend. Victory Champion was a lot handier at his last start. Audacious Pursuit. Lucky Sam Gore, I think they'll be patient with him. Smart Fat Cat gets back, but has got a good finishing burst.
First up, we do start with the win by Lucky Sam Gore. He's last turning for home here, so he makes up heaps of ground on the big long Sha Tin straight. Colourful Winner led, but ended up running 7th. And what about Blazing Wukong? This was his first run back after winning on debut last prep.
And he wasn't far away. I think he's a good chance once again, Blazing Wukong. Now, Colourful Winner, look, he's drawn barrier 9, but I still think he can get across. He's drawn 10, 11, 13 and 13 at his last 4 starts as well. So a slightly better draw for him. And here comes Lucky Sam Gore. Got the race run to suit, to be fair to the horse. He deserved the win because he'd been very consistent.
He had, as we move on to a horse that is certainly on the improve, Strange Alert. He runs second here. Victory Champion ran second at his first start at any old price, and then he was 5th, just held up there on the inside. But Strange Alert, good draw. Barrier number 1, Bowman and Eustace. Is he going in the numbers?
Yes, look, he looks like he's getting there, doesn't he, Strange Alert? He's only had the 3 starts. Stable's going well at the moment. He's drawn the inside gate, so he might be slightly closer in the run. I wouldn't be surprised if Victory Champion, if they do ride him a little bit quieter, because he looked a little bit one pace where he showed a really good turn of foot when he went back on debut.
He did, and he was 1,000,000 to 1 and flew home that day. Audacious Pursuit's wide, turning for home here with some cover. But wide is the key because he's come out with barrier number 14. Lightly raced. This was his first up run when placed behind Strathpeffer, who had a perfect trip behind the leader. Yeah,
look, and he looks like he's going to get a very similar run in this race as well because he's drawn the outside gate. So he'll need a bit of luck once again. Look, he's another horse who's only had the 3 starts. And he's definitely getting there as well. So, look, it's a good little race, this one, and he's another one of the chances.
And it doesn't stop there. As far as the chances go, got one more to have a look at. We're going to shoot up to Chung Fa for it. Smart Fat Cat is his name. Happy Fat Cats joined the retirements list, but the Connections have got themselves what looks to be a handy enough one to replace him.
I thought it was a really good trial here from this horse. Now, he had 3 starts last time he got back, and he was in impossible positions, and he stormed home in all 3 runs. It looks further the better for him, especially when they get up to a mile. He's kicking off over 1,400 metres, and he had plenty of hand in this trial. He may be just one of those horses that needed a season under his belt, and he was hard held going to the line.
He bolted in that trial. In a good field, was that trial enough to grab you?
Yeah, look, I think he'd be an each-way price. You know, he'd be 8 or 9 to 1 maybe for him. So, you know, I think he could be good each way in this race. So he's on top. Blazing Wukong is a very good horse and does meet Strange Alert a lot better at the weights. And Lucky Sam Gore, to see if he can repeat last start win, 9-1-6-5.
And that is everything you need for race number 5, other than to report it's also the first leg of the 6 Up. This is a good race, race number 6. The 5th was. The 6th is also right up there as far as promising horses go. We've got Spicy Standard up against Packing Phoenix again. They're both drawn wider, and Spicy Standard gets that weight turnaround on Packing Phoenix. Emblazon's a last start winner, carries an extra £6. Carrying Glory's related to Carrying Rising. Pedja Bay's now with Casper Founds, who's taken the blinkers off and put the pacifiers with the cows on. Good Chap's had 2 trials, and Patch of Time is a 2-time course and distance winner, Paul, and there's some talent here.
Yeah, Carrying Glory, the half-brother to Carrying Rising, he'll go forward. Packing Phoenix, he's just drawn a little bit sticky, and he might have to go forward and get outside the leader, but in his trials he showed that he has got the pace to get there. Spicy Standard's got a wide draw. Pagey Bow's got a new stable. I think he's going to get a perfect run in behind. good chap, led all the way in a recent trial as well. Aero Atlantic has been a little bit hit and miss. Emblazon was absolutely punted off the boards in one last start, and Proud Box went back on debut.
Straight to Brenton Abdallah. He's riding Spicy Standard. Brenton, Spicy Standard, 2 really good runs this time in.
Yeah, he's run well both times, hasn't he? He won well first up, and he ran into a smart horse on debut the other day, and he meets him again. So we'll see what happens there on the weekend.
Both drawn wider this week, but you do have a draw inside of him. Might you look to use his pace and come across with him?
Yeah, I haven't had a good look at the race. Look, Spicy's got good pace, so I can sort of, if he usually begins well, I can put him on pace. But yeah, I haven't thought too much about it yet. But look, he's a horse that's progressing, he's improving, and he carries the big weight. But he does meet Zach's horse better with the weights too.
Did that improvement between last season and this one shock you, because he's come a long way very quickly?
Not really. Look, he's a horse that I remember trialling him early on. He always felt like he could gallop, and it's just taken him a little bit of time. And once I hopped on him there first up, you could just feel the improvement in him, and he looks good. So look, I think he's only going to continue to improve, and hopefully that's good enough on Sunday.
There's Brenton Abdallah. Paul, we're going to move on to the win by Emblazon, who is just lurking up 3 and 4 wide, turning for home. Aero Atlantic top to Sky. Proud Box makes some late ground too, comes from second or third last and runs on. Are you taking this as a key form line race off a wet track?
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? There's that unknown, because there was a lot of rain around. In saying that, I think both Emblazon and Proud Box have deserved to go in. Emblazon was double figures, backed all the way into 5.7 and was 3 wide all the way. Now, he won't be able to sit 3 wide on a good track, I wouldn't have thought, and have that sort of finish at the end. But he's obviously a horse with plenty of talent.
Now, we move on to the trials and start with Kayin Glory, who's trialled well time and time again, and he gets to race day, and apart from that run 2 back, he's been rather disappointing. Big horse, drawn barrier number 1 and off a break.
Yeah, he's been declared a roarer in the past as well, so there's a little query there. But with Spicy Standard packing Phoenix in the field, he's not going to get his own way in front, because he likes to go forward and lead in his races. So when the pressure comes on, that worries me a little bit about him.
One more trial to look at. It's Pedja Bay up at Chungfa. He's had 2 trials. Hong Kong Hall's the horse that's in front here and sees it out. His other trial, he was too good for the Golden Knight, who we see in an earlier race.
Yeah, no, this was a really good trial from this horse, Pedja Bay. You can see him there. He's under decent holds. Showed good form last season as well. And Hong Kong Hall's no slug. He's quite a fast horse, the one in front. Thought he was going to the line with plenty in hand, and from a low draw, he's going to get a perfect run as well.
That's a good push for him, and the stable's not going too bad either.
Yeah, they're going good, and so look, I'll put him on top. PG Pie looks like he's just had that season under his belt now. Packing Phoenix there was a lot of hype about him on debut. Did win at a 1.5 chance as well. Emblazon and Proud Box. I just left Spicy Standard out because of the draw, but if he can get himself into a good run, he's obviously got ability. 8-3-4-7.
That is race number 6. Plenty of potential in it. The race that precedes the Group 2 feature on Sunday. This is race number 7, group racing on Sunday, the running of the Sha Tin Trophy, and we have a Voyage Bubble at the top, 135 pounds on his back. Then the weights drop away. Galaxy Patch, cheek pieces off, carries 122. Then they really drop off. Redline 119. Straight Arrow and Crossover noseband off. Visor goes on. My Wish, last start winner in the Celebration Cup, 115 pounds. Co-partner Prance Happy together, both racing well. Beauty Eternal has the earplugs on. Cap Ferrar, the Derby winner, is back, and Sword Point cheek pieces off. Visor on for the first time. Sword Point, Victor the winner. They'll both start at pretty decent odds, Paul, but you expect them to be up the front.
Look, they especially Sword Point, he just really likes to lead. Victor the winner didn't lead last time, but he's up to 1,600 metres now. This is the furthest he's raced here in Hong Kong. Co-partner Prance likes to go forward as well. So the query is, what do they do with My Wish with 115 pounds? There's a long run to that first straight, so they could try and get some cover 3 wide as well, or he could try and even get on. go on with it. If he thinks co-partner Prance will go on with it as well. So there's options there for a lot of the jockeys here. Tactic's going to play a lot in this race. The other one that can lead is Moments in Time, of course, as well.
He has scooted along in front plenty of times, Moments in Time. But Matthew Poon is our man. He's riding the big Voyage Bubble. Matthew, after doing so much work on Voyage Bubble, you must be very thankful to Ricky and the owners for putting you on race day on Sunday.
100%. Like, I can't thank the owner and Ricky give me such a great opportunity to jump on the horse. I'm really looking forward to with Bubble against some like rising stars. So yeah, it will be a very tight and interesting race here. Unfortunately for you, you have 135 pounds on your back. A lot of good horses lighter weight. How much does the weight worry you? Of course, that's my only worry. Yeah, but you can see Bubble. He got true ability and he's big horses. Hopefully he can handle 135. But of course, other rising star they only carry 115. So yeah, well we'll see, and hopefully I can win together with Bubble. You rode him in his last trial. Were you happy with that trial? The trial, I would say just okay. Like he's feeling the condition, like improving the form. But after the trial, I get up on him on the grass. He feel improved after the trial, and I really like his grass gallop. Yeah, so hopefully after the grass gallop, he even better as well. Matthew Poon there talking Voyage Bubble. Paul, we're going to move on now to our first replay, and it's the Celebration Cup. My Wish given a perfect trip on the inside from his good draw. Co-partner Prance stayed on well. Moments in Time ninth, and Happy Together's just getting to the outside. And he's a horse that quite often flies under the radar, but not yours this week. No, look, he does meet the other horse, My Wish, 5 pounds better off, and he's drawn better than him as well with Happy Together. He didn't get the easiest of runs here. It was just the way the race panned out. Circumstances were against him a little bit. He's going to carry 115 pounds, so maybe he's the forgotten horse in this. Hopefully he's an each-way prize. There's My Wish getting that really good run down on the inside, just waiting for the gap to open up. Happy Together starts to improve, but My Wish waiting. The run appears there now as Pray for Mer drops off, and through goes My Wish to go past co-partner Prance, who's a group winner from not too long ago and placed packing her mod fourth. He won't be in the race on Sunday, but My Wish and Happy Together certainly will. We head to the trials now on the back of that particular shot, Paul, and heaps of them come out of this trial, including some we haven't seen this season. Galaxy Patch, Cap Parra and Shoot and Beauty Eternal. And obviously My Wish and Red Lion also figure in this replay. Yeah, look, Galaxy Patch won one race last season. It was this race. So this may be the time to catch him. The trial was good from him. Obviously My Wish is going really well at the moment. As you said, a change of rider there. Alexi's jumping aboard. He's got plenty of options, even though he has drawn the barrier 11. So he'll just have to, he'll sum it up pretty easily, I think, once they jump, and he'll take it from there. One more trial to look at. It's Beauty Joy. So he's about to sweep to the front, turning for home here. Derek Long takes the ride for Tony Cruz. He's had 2 trials. That's Patch of Stars, who he's going to beat here. Barry number 14. And he's a first-up runner in this race. He's a 9-year-old now, is Beauty Joy. Look, when he does win his races, he's won one for the last 2 seasons. They've been later in the season after 9 or 10 runs, both of them. Fresh Up hasn't he's raced okay, but he's a bit of an enigma, Beauty Joy from barrier 11. I think there's horses, some of the younger horses have got a better chance. Well, he's not going on the back of that by the sounds of it, but who is? We're going to go with a little bit of a minor upset here with Happy Together. A strong run from him last time. Voyage Bubble, arguably this is his best distance. He's won 6 of his 11 races over the mile. My Wish will have every chance as well, and we know he's a class horse. And then Galaxy Patch, Fresh Up. 8, 1, 6 and 2. It's a terrific race. It is. It's race number 7. It's the Sha Tin Trophy, and the gates open at 10 minutes past 4 o'clock.
Race 8's another very talented field. We're up to Class 3 for this one on the back of the Group 2, but the talented field in race number 6 is a Class 4. This one a 3, Chateau Neuf top weight again and has 1 second up in the pass. Better draw for Patch of Stars. Infinite Resolve is placed 2 from 4. Course and distance. Sky Joy hasn't raced since January. Wolf Cumming heads to Sha Tin for the first time. All Too Brave kicks off his Hong Kong career. Co-partner Fleet's 1 second up. And Light Years Glory race wide at his first try out of Griffins, but it's a better drawn Paul in barrier number 3.
The Fleet's drawn wide, but he's got a lot of pace, this horse, and he's led in most of his starts here in Hong Kong. Has 1 second up. Sky Joy's another one that can come across with him. Healthy. Now he's gone forward in his races. Patch of Stars is back to 1200 from a 1400 metre campaign. Infinite Resolve, Chateau Neuf in there next. All Too Brave is a newcomer. Savvy Brilliant gets back. Star Sato, when he did win his race, he sat in the trail, but from wide draws, he's been going back recently.
And that win was down in Class 4. But we have Jerry Chow to talk about the returning Sky Joy. Jerry, first start since January for Sky Joy. Been a long road back, but on his potential, it must be one that's worth it, is it?
Yeah, after his winner, and you want him to have a little bit longer break, and I think it's good for him because he's healthy, he's just building up, and I trial him 3 times before the race, and the last trial he showed his turn of foot, and I'm feeling all good. Yeah.
He's a horse that's won 2 from 3 starts, so he must have immense ability because that's so hard to do here in Hong Kong, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he got the potential, but he didn't show it in track work. In the race day, he showed his potential, and every time he tried very hard. Yeah.
Barrier number 10, first up from a long break. Are you going to have to be maybe cautious or kind to him out of the gate, seeing he's been off the scene for so long?
Yeah, I think depends on his gate speed and how he's want to be, and if he try to be more forward, I'm happy to do that with the lightweight and try to get some cover for him. Yeah.
It's a strong race that he resumes in, so he's going to know he's been to the races.
Yeah, but I have confidence for him, and I think after the first start he will improve again. Yeah.
Jerry Chow talking Sky Joy. Paul, he's done a good job, that horse, but he's going to have to be cherry ripe here because horses like Infinite Resolve, who ends up running second in this race, but the horse that beat him is one with heaps of potential, Bulb General.
Yeah, well, he looks like he's heading to the 4-year-old series, so no disgrace running second to him. And the other thing with this horse is that there was, again, plenty of money for him on the day. He obviously was no match for the winner, but still stayed on there. So look, he's one definitely to take out of this race, and he's going to get his opportunity once again in this. This is just as tough, but there's no standout like Bulb General.
Luke Ferraris and Mark Newham, the combination with him. Star Rise on debut here on the 28th of September in Hong Kong. He's second last, turning for home. He runs on strongly. Light Years Glory, hard to know what he can do out of Griffins because from his barrier he just had no luck.
He didn't, so he's probably worth another chance. Good run from the Star Rise though, and he was a big price. It's just a little query. It obviously hadn't done too much leading into it, so he might be just one of these horses that saves it for race day, but he showed a really good turn of foot here to finish off. He was 45 to 1. He's got a better draw, barrier number 4, so again, he's one of the big chances as well.
Now, Patch of Stars has been back to the trials. He runs second in it behind Beauty Joy, who we saw also back in race number 7. Where do you have him placed in this race? Because he has been turned over as favourite at his last 2 starts.
Yeah, so they're changing a few things. They're bringing him back in trip. Now, to be fair to the horse, he drew 8 and 14 at those last 2 starts. He's got barrier number 1, so he's going to get every opportunity. I've got him positioned sort of 3 back on the inside, and he will get every chance, I think. There's nothing wrong with the trial.
Gee, it's another good race. What's your top 4?
I'll go with him. I know it's not his ideal distance because he's had those 3 wins over the 1400 metres, but from barrier 1, he should get the perfect run. Co-partner Fleet, I'm sort of seeing this as pace orientated. He can get across and lead the race. Infinite Resolve, and then Sky Joy. So I think those 4 horses will be sort of the first 4 around the bend. 2, 10, 4, 6.
A Patch of Stars to win race number 8, the first leg of the second treble. The factor is the barrier. Here is race number 9 now, and the second last at Sha Tin is a Class 3 over the 1400 metres. Brilliant Express on the class drop and is a 3-time course and distance winner. Everyone Star resumes with a wide draw. Gracious Express, his last 3 have all been across at Happy Valley. Harold Wynn has never missed top 3 over the 1400 at Sha Tin. Nearly Fine has won first up, but his best form is over further. We've got Riding Together, who's had 2 trials. Smart Avenue has the blinkers and the tongue tie on. And Star Mac is on an 8-day backup after there was some money for him behind Skyheart last weekend. Now, as far as the pace goes in race number 9, Paul, it's Riding Together, leading like he did in that last trial.
Yeah, I think he'll try and get across and lead. The one that could be the fly in the ointment is Masked Rider, because he's actually making his debut here on the turf. Every single run in Hong Kong, and he's had 8 of them, have been on the all-weather. Thousand Spirit can go forward. Algate likes to go forward as well. Brilliant Express should be able to posse up into a good position from barrier number 5. As you talked about, Nearly Fine, he likes to go back and he needs it further. Star Mac has got no early speed. Everyone Star's got a wide draw.
Harold Wynn, as we see on Paul's speed map there, is just tucked away perfectly on the inside 3 back, and he's going to do no work to get there. Here he is running second. He's just been such a consistent horse. Rarely goes a bad race. Doesn't win out of turn, but his stats do read very well.
They do. He was just picked off late here by Kempes in this race, who came from well back. He's the one in the pink cap. He wins the race. It was a bit of a bunch field, as you can see, but Harold Wynn was very brave once he got out, and he looked like he was going to win the race about now, but fortunately he was just picked off late. So he's going to get a very similar run. He'll get his opportunity once again, and he's one of the main chances.
The class dropper, Brilliant Express, good record this grade. He's last turning for home. This is a Class 2 featuring some very good horses, including the unbeatable Tomodachi Kokoro at the moment.
Yeah, he came out and won again. He got Dancing Code in this race as well. So look, it's a horse. This race was a lot harder than this race he's going to meet coming up. He's a three-time course and distance winner as well. This is Class 2. He's now back into Class 3. So a lot of positives about this one. And he was actually well back this stage as well. He'll be fitter for that run.
Onto the trials now, and we start with the first of the trial replays, Everyone Star. Zach Purton, the booking here for Frankie Law. He's had just the 1 trial to prepare for this, but his last 2 starts, course and distance, was a win, and the placing behind Kaying Attack last time.
He really found good form at the back end of last season. The trial showed that he's spot on. He's the grey there, as you can see in this particular trial. He's on 10, so he may be just a place further back than he would like. I can see him, he's one of the horses to be running on the end. I've got a couple to beat him, but you wouldn't be surprised if he won. I think he's more likely to be in the placings.
Riding Together, here's his trial on the all-weather at Sha Tin. This is the second of them. He leads here, turns for home and just puts a big gap on them. Brilliant Express carries 135. Riding Together gets in with just 119 pounds on his back.
Yeah, so he's comes in with this lightweight, easy trial win, as you can see. He's just going to be vulnerable a bit late, I think, Riding Together, because he's going to have these horses sort of rushing at him late. He's just a one-time winner, and he's got to do it in this grade, but in saying that, there's nothing wrong with the win.
So vulnerable late Riding Together. Who's going to run past him?
Well, I think Brilliant Express will run past him, so I do quite like him. I think this is the perfect race for him. Harold Wynn will be right there, Everyone Star, and then Riding Together. So should be a good race, this one, but I end up with 1, 5, 3 and 10.
It's all about the class dropper for Paul. Brilliant Express, race 9, number 1 on top of the selections. Sha Tin 10 wraps up the meeting on Sunday, and it is at 5:55 and over the 1600 metres with Awesome Fluke, who's placed 3 from 3 first up. Better draw for winning gold. Poor Ewan Long Elite cannot draw a barrier. Pope Cody last start winner, extra £5. Morgan Success last start winner in June, extra £5 and has had 2 trials. We've got Max Q was a winner on the 1st of October, goes up £5 into the 1600 metres. Sky Vino's placed his only time over the 1600 metres. Fortune Boy cheek pieces off, blinkers on for the first time. He has plenty of early pace. Paul Ewan Long Elite, you think he will get across?
I think he will. Look, he sat wide and set up some really fast sectionals when winning. 2 starts ago, but he's the one that will try and get across. Winning Gold will get a good run. Now, don't be confused here. Awesome Fluke, he's been sold recently, so he's got new colours going to this race. Beauty Bolt, I think he'll eventually get across. He'll go forward. There's 1,600 metres. There's a big run to that first bend. Mr. Dapper's another one that can go forward. Pope Cody. The Fortune Boy, he's got blinkers on for the first time.
Alexi Bedell's here right now to talk about Max Q. Alexi, couldn't be a better start. First ride on Max Q for an impressive win in a really strong field.
Yeah, correct. He gave me a very good feel. We drew a nice gate on that day. We make good use of it, put the horse in the right spot, and he did win convincingly.
Was Mark confident that he could take the step up to Class 3 and win first go in the grade?
I think so. He was very confident with the horse. He's been very consistent last year without winning, but we knew he would be okay, I think.
What about the race on Sunday? How does it stack up compared to the win last time? Similar sort of field?
I think if he keeps improving, he's still got his chance. You know, he seemed to be versatile. He gave me a good turn of foot. I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be able to repeat.
Not a bad draw, barrier number 4, and as you said, he's versatile, so you can get forward and get into a nice spot if you can.
I think so. If he handled the stepping up in distance, I believe he should run a good race.
Yep, to 1,600 metres for the first time for Max Q. Now here is Pope Cody, who charged down the outside here, Paul, and knocked off Beauty Bolt. Yuenlong Elite, Fortune Boy ran on, and he's trialled well since too. And Master Trillion at any old price figures in the finish also. So the form line from this race, how's your assessment of that?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I think Yuenlong Elite, if he can get an easier run, he was only knocked off late here, Yuenlong Elite. He did stay on there for 5th, and he had to work like a Trojan in this one. So if he can actually get an easier lead, I think he'll be there for a long period. Beauty Bolt was right. Beauty Bolt goes in as well. And the other one, Fortune Boy, I wanted to get him in as well, but I just thought it was such a good field. Blinkers on with a wide draw. I just wondered what's going to happen there.
We'll move on then to our next replay and see your thoughts on this one. California Waves. Now, he is going to be a price. That's Master of All, who's leading for home here after just stealing the race in front. He will be a price, this one.
Yeah, look, they went a second slower for the first 800 metres in this particular race. They went first 600, I should say. So they went really slow, and as you can see, he was still making up ground late. This horse, stepping up now to the mile, looks good for him. He's only had the 2 starts in Hong Kong, and I like the way that he never gave it up. He wasn't too far away. So, look, it's a really open race to finish. So I was looking for a horse with that'll be juicy odds.
He should be, that's for sure. As we head to the Happy Valley Trials for our final replay, it's Awesome Fluke who wins this trial. As you said, he's wearing new colours now, light blue and white, and that first up record recapping 3 starts for 3 placings.
Yeah, and look, this was over 1,700 metres as well. He's been placed a couple of times over the distance. He's got to carry the big weight into this race. So, look, I thought this might be a stepping stone to something else.
So no Awesome Fluke in the selections coming up for Paul, but there certainly will be California Waves.
Let's hopefully we can ride them, California Waves, and he can send us home happy with a big price. Yuenlong Elite will need some luck. Max Q's going to get a perfect run there. It's a good pick-up ride there for Alexi Bedell, and then Beauty Bolt as well. He's just drawn a bit awkwardly. That was just the worry. Just ahead of Fortune Boy. Really good race to finish. 9-3, 10-5.
And that is all the information for Sha Tin Trophy Day coming up from 12:45 on Sunday.